Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Wolfman here with you again. For future reference, Tuesdays will be my normal upload schedule. Somewhere on a Tuesday, I'm going to pop in and make a video. Let's go ahead and get into it. By the way, not made for children. The topics we discuss, some of the language that's used, and the fact that I am a smoker, probably not the best video for kids to be watching. So let's put that out there front and center. Other than that, let's get started. What's up? Welcome to my channel. I am back with you. I'm going to be doing regular updates, and you guys know how it is. Raw, unfiltered, uncut, unedited. It's just me and you. We're talking. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I don't really have much news-wise to talk about today. I'll just kind of expound on my last video where I talked about the economic and social elites that are trying to control us. Like I said, they don't care about you. They're trying to create a decentralized world government. No borders, no nations. It's just a big mass. It's just land mass and people. And at the top, you have the economic elite who they have all their money, and they call the shots. Everybody else is poor, broke, and only surviving based on whatever the people at the top give them. Now, I assume that there will be some kind of a governmental structure, governmental body in place, much as you would have, like I said, neo-feudalism. You'd have a monarchy, and it's different lords, earls, barons, whatever that will basically do make a more localized government. I will assume that would be how it is, but again, it's still all the economic elite, and it's not going to be you, that's for sure. But while you're thinking about that, and you think about the kind of changes they're trying to make, like getting rid of all gas and diesel vehicles, going to run on electric. Why would they do that? Well, they say it's for climate change. But the very same person that told you because of a climate catastrophe is imminent, we have to stop it as soon as we stop the CO2 and blah, 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 as soon as possible. As soon as he's done telling you that, he's going to leave whatever venue, get in the back of his gas-powered car, most likely, that is going to, whoever his driver is going to drive him to an airport or maybe a dock. I've seen that too. And they're going to get on their private plane, private helicopter, or private yacht, and they're going to go wherever else. And they'll try to justify this by saying, well, the private plane, it just makes a shorter trip instead of me traveling, flying, or driving 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever. I can do it in an hour or so. So it makes it easier on me. It makes it easier to commute. Well, hey, look, I will grant you that. I'm not stupid, and I understand how that works. But why would you deny that to other people? There's just too many people doing it, right? So essentially what they're saying is, yes, there's too many people doing it. Only they should be allowed to do it because they're a small group of people. And if only they're doing it, it's not so bad. But all the great masses, the billions that are the rest of us, we can't do it anymore because it's too much. That sounds a bit hypocritical. I'm always, practice what you preach. That's how I've thought about things, especially on that level. Practice what you preach, and none of them do. That should be already a red flag. When they talk about farming, ranching, whatever, meat production and that kind of stuff, for the sake of either A, climate, or B, animal cruelty, which, you know what, listen, I'm going to throw this out there real quick. Do with it what you will. They talk about inhumane treatment of animals. No animal, like if they're slaughtering a chicken for, meat, and how do you think they're doing it? You think they're roasting them alive? You think they're killing them by taking them and slamming their heads against walls and thrashing them around? Or crushing them super slowly to inflict as much pain as possible because, like, I don't know, pain makes the meat taste better. I don't know where their thought process is. But that's not how that goes. In most cases, if not most, I mean most modern cases, when you get into the industry of meat production and stuff, the slaughter process is quick and painless because it should be for the ease of production and for the sake. Because I mean I like animals. Let's get this out of the way. I like animals. I don't want an animal to suffer, sure, but keep in mind the key word to inhumane is human. You talk about human treatment, basically human treatment, how we would treat each other towards animals. And while I don't necessarily have a problem with that when it comes to farming, meat production and stuff, you already understand from the moment that creature is born that their future is on someone's plate. Not that you should treat them poorly, you give them as comfortable life as you can before it's time for them to become food. And that's usually how it goes anyway. So I just need people to understand. First off, back up. They're not humans. They are animals, and we already know what they're there for. But with that being said, we already do the most, humane type of slaughtering that we can. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. So that argument is just completely stupid, insane. It's ridiculous. So you can take the animal rights part, which, by the way, animals don't have human rights because they're animals. Just take that off the table. PETA's retarded. They're corrupt and completely ass backwards. So just take that whole thing out of the equation. Now, when it comes to environmentalism, say, oh well, yeah. You guys remember the whole Green New Deal thing about cow farts and stuff like that? Come on, seriously? Look, trees, grass, plants thrive on CO2. That helps them grow, and they take it in. It helps them grow. They expel oxygen the same way we expel CO2. So you can almost call the existence between animals, let's include humans in that, and plants as a symbiotic relationship. That which we expel, they feed off of, and then that which they expel, we as adults feed off of, or as humans and or animals feed off of. It's a symbiotic relationship. We're not destroying the environment with this. That's just completely insanity. And there's people that believe it, but then again, there's people out there. If you offered them a glass and you completely blacked out and they couldn't tell what the liquid was, you offered them this container. They said, well, what is it? And you said, well, it's dihydrogen monoxide. They would say no, they're not going to drink it because, I don't know, they just, by the sound of it, it sounds bad. It sounds poisonous. Dihydrogen monoxide is water. Some people are dumb. That's all there is, because they don't put any further thought into anything. They just go off of either what they think is good instinct or off very surface level emotional whatever. They don't think anything. They don't think further into anything. But I'm telling you right now, all the arguments they've given you for the lessening of farm production and meat production and stuff like that, it's all a lie, because they're not going to do that. They're going to continue to eat beef, and the best beef, pork, chicken, whatever that they can possibly get. They're going to continue. They want you to subsist on bugs. They don't want you to have the same good stuff they do. They're going to keep you mentally stupid and ignorant, because those are two different things, people, by the way. They're going to keep you mentally stupid, mentally ignorant, confused, scared. They're going to keep you weak, unhealthy, and 100% reliant on them and what they can provide for you. And as long as you and your hands continue to produce for them, they'll continue to give you your scraps. And you won't argue because, hey, they give it to you. The minute you cease to be, useful, you're not productive anymore, they'd have no use for you. You die. Either by they quit feeding you or whatever. But here's the thing. They're still going to make you pay for the things that they give you. It isn't that they just give it to you. Like things that you have in your house and stuff, you've heard this, you'll rent everything and you will own nothing, you'll rent everything you need. The World Economic Forum says this. You still are going to have to pay for it. You just won't own it. You just rent it from the government, which means not only are you going to have to pay for it, but that means if you damage it, there are consequences. Not just that it doesn't work and you have to get another one. No, there's going to be fines and other fees. They're going to continue to take money from you. They will continue, while they give to you, they will continue to take from you. They're just taking more and more and more and giving less. That's just how it is. That's how they want it. It's a neo-feudalism with you at the bottom and them at the top. And if you disagree with me and you have a different theory, a different hypothesis of what's going on, fine. Put it in the comments. I'd love to read it and I'd love to hear you out and hear what you have to say. I'm always taking in new information if I can. Don't be a victim. Inform yourself and prepare. On the preparation note, if you guys saw my short, I had some people ask me about this, not in the comments, but ask me personally, straight face to face, a little more clarification. Don't tell everybody what you have. I saw a video on YouTube the other day of a guy showing off all of this stockpile of ammunition that he had. And he was going over it and how much it costs and blah, 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 this, that, and the, where his different sources were for where he gets his ammunition and stuff. He was talking about all that. Don't do that. If you've got food preparations, don't tell people. Keep that to yourself and your close circle of family and friends. Don't tell other people. Because the next thing you know, when and if, let's say, this shit does hit the fan, now there's evidence that this guy is stacked. He's loaded. Not with money, but with resources for survival. You're now a target. And now your need to defend yourself has just skyrocketed because you're now a target. As well to the guys out there who like to get the plate carriers, chest rigs, the helmets, the tricked out tack rifle, whatever. Again, don't make yourself a target. Somebody gonna come running out the door with a, an old like $80 Mosin Nagant that they got at a pawn shop, cap you from 100 yards off from a bush. They're not wearing anything but sweatpants and a hoodie, and now they got all these goodies. So again, be careful what you tell people that you have. Be careful who you tell. Also, for the guys wearing all the tack gear and stuff, look, you say you train as you fight. Don't come up into the range, into a public range, and train as you fight. When you're on the lane, all tacked out, doing controlled pairs with your SBR or whatever you're shooting, and you're in Mozambiques, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, doing shit like that, get the rifle slung and you do that quick up and quick target acquisition and you're capping off those rounds like that. I'm not saying that the range doesn't allow you to do that. They may, but keep in mind the other people around you. There's some lady in the lane next to you who is handling a gun for the first time in her life that day. And of course, the guy she gets sit next to is this dude over here he thinks he's the true living embodiment of John Wick. Calm down. I'm not saying you can't practice that way, but there are plenty of other places and ways to do it that don't involve you freaking out the public or for that matter, just making the range officers and the other range personnel like roll their eyes at you. And I will say this: some cases make fun of you behind your back. Calm down, all right? There are ways to do it inside your house without using live ammunition or blanks. There are ways to do it. If you have land out there, like maybe your friend or family has some open land, and they may let you do that. There are ranges and facilities that are geared towards that kind of thing. Seek them out. These are the things I'm telling you, because doing it at your local shooting club, it's probably just not the smartest move. Come on, for real. But that basically explains what I meant in those shorts. So, this isn't a very long video. Well, I mean, it's 16 minutes thus far, but I didn't have a lot of news to throw out there today. In fact, I've been trying to take care of my girls, so things have been a little bit odd today. You can hear one of them in the background right now. She's not happy. So I haven't done a lot of research. But I did want to put out to you guys, first off, some explanation, a little further expounding on my last two videos, as well as let you know that I do have an upload schedule now. I'm going to make it my upload schedule until further notice. It will be every Tuesday. I'm going to try to do it sometime in the late morning, maybe early afternoon, try to get this video made and put out to you guys, so you guys might see it maybe on your lunch break, or maybe after work when you're just chillaxing at home. That's when this video is going to be up, is on Tuesdays. This will be until further notice. I say that because things can change. You never know what will happen in the future. So, but when that time comes, when and if that time comes that something does change, and I have that update for you, I will give it to you. I will let you know. But again, until then, I'm going to keep coming to you raw, unfiltered, uncut. No splices, no jump cuts, nothing like that. No green screen, nothing like that. It's just you. Wait, I'm looking at the camera and messing myself up. It's you and me, all right? You and me. And I'm going to give my thoughts on certain situations. I'll try to be a little bit more prepared from here on out. Sorry about that today. I'll actually have maybe a script to go by, just a guideline of things, of talking points. Some news articles I want to pull, start looking at. I'm kind of slowly getting back into this. It's been a minute, so bear with me. But I'm glad you guys, for those of you who are still subscribed and you're still sticking around, I am very thankful for y'all, and I love you all, and I hope that I can continue to see you guys pop up in the comments, and I love having the interactions. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm glad you guys stopped by today. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. It does help me out. Not that I'm trying to really get anywhere with YouTube. I'm just speaking my mind, is all I'm doing. But the more people, more views and likes I get, obviously the further the word gets out, the more put out it is. And I think we need all as many voices as we can get. We need your voices, all right, and mine, if we're gonna ever see a change. So, again, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you guys are getting everything you deserve in life. I hope your life is going super awesome, super grand, and I hope you win the lottery, you get that big house, you get that big car, you know, all that nice fancy stuff that you, as a freedom-loving American, deserve. And until next time, I love you all. Take care. Take it easy. Bye.